the next question would be from Sister Alpha Van John. Okay, what should we really feel about Hamas? And if we have a discussion with Israelis, most of them are talking about Hamas. They said Palestinians did not support Hamas, and Hamas bring a different goal ideology from what Palestinians want. So the question is, how Palestinians view Hamas actually?
Okay, should I answer?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay, I don't usually like to talk about Hamas, just because I believe it's a very controversial topic to talk about, especially for an 18 years old. But since I live here and I live through it all, I can first say that unfortunately around the world, people around the world think that Hamas is controlling Palestine, like the whole Palestine, and that's not the case. Hamas has been legally elected to be part of the government by the people of the Gaza Strip and Palestine. So they are legally elected. They are part of the Palestinian people. And in my opinion, and I can assure you that almost every Palestinian thinks the same way, we believe in resistance. We believe that it's the only way that we're actually going to liberate Palestine. So we support resistance with all our hearts, and we support it with everything we have. So this is basically what I can say. I can say that I support resistance. I'm not going to say anything more about the topic regarding Hamas, but I can again say that all Palestinians support resistance because this is our way of showing the whole world that we're not giving up, and at the same time protecting ourselves and defending ourselves, and at the same time liberating Palestine. So this is what I can say about this.
Thank you. John, anything to add to that?
Yes, I very much agree with what Sister Afaf said. In the first instance, my solidarity is with all the Palestinian people, whoever they choose as their elected leaders. You know, it makes no difference to me whether you're talking about the Palestine Liberation Organization, Yasser Arafat, Hamas, or whoever you might choose. I still stand with the Palestinian people. That it is up to them. They have the right to choose whoever they want. Secondly, it is a clear tactic of the apartheid regime, of the Zionists, to demonize Hamas, and many of the Western media go along with this. Even in Ireland, which, as I say, where there's a lot of sympathy, the conflict, as they call it, or the flare-up or whatever, these terms are loaded, but that is described in terms of there were Hamas rockets, or the Hamas militants fired rockets, and then Israel responded. This is so I reject this whole description of the situation. It's like if somebody was standing with their boot on somebody's neck, and that person tries to throw sand in their eyes in order to be able to get that boot off their neck, and then you say, "How dare you throw sand at me?" You know, and give them another kick. It's like that. It's false. So that's my point, and it is important to understand that Hamas were elected by the people, and I also agree with Sister Afaf that the Palestinian people do have a right to resist. Right? This is a fundamental human right, and I stand in solidarity with that resistance. So I agree totally on that.